So this is my face now. Pretty smooth, right? But let me show you what it used to look like. Yeah, this was me just a few years ago. Acne scars everywhere, boxcar scars, rolling scars, redness, erythema, you name it, I had it. And honestly, it sucked big time. I remember looking in the mirror every morning and feeling like I was stuck. Like no matter how much I tried to move forward, my scars were this constant reminder of everything that I'd been through with my acne. The worst part is, I thought I was done. I'd finally cleared up my severe cystic acne after years of struggle, and just when I thought I could breathe, I realized there's this whole new mountain for me to climb: acne scars. So today I want to share the story of how I got rid of my acne scars so that you can just copy it. And if you just stay till the end, I will reveal the 3 products that helped me get rid of my acne scars permanently. So it all started when I was about 24, 25, after I had successfully cleared my acne. I thought I was done. I was very relieved. I was so happy. But then I just started to notice that there was these marks on my face: scars, redness, erythema, discoloration, hyperpigmentation. At first, I tried to ignore them. I told myself, it's fine. It'll just fade on its own. But then it didn't. If anything, it felt like it was getting worse. And I remember one day at the gym in particular, I looked in the mirror under those harsh, overhead lights, and it just felt like my scars were screaming at me. Every single one of them was extremely visible. I just couldn't look away. And that was the moment I realized I couldn't just wait for them to go away. I had to do something. But there's just one problem, which is I had no idea where to start. I'd spent so much time and energy figuring out my acne, and now it felt like I was back at square one. I felt overwhelmed, I felt frustrated, honestly, I felt a little scared. What if nothing worked? What if I spent all this time and money and still had to live with my scars? But deep down, I knew I couldn't accept this again, right? I wanted to feel confident in my skin. I wanted to look in the mirror and not see my scars. Instead, I just wanted to see me. I just wanted to see my skin. I wanted to move on with my life. And that's when I made the decision I was going to figure this out no matter what it took. So I started researching like crazy. Google, YouTube, Reddit, you name it, I was on it. I was looking for something, anything that could help. Laser treatments, microneedling, chemical peels, creams, serums, anything. And the first thing I tried was consulting a dermatologist. I went to see a specialist who works with acne scarring, and I was really hopeful. I thought, this is it. He's going to give me the magic solution. But when I got there, he told me something that I wasn't expecting. He said laser surgery wouldn't be the best option for my type of scars. And that is what I had really kind of had my eye on. Instead, he recommended Dermapen treatments, basically microneedling. Now, I was a little disappointed at first. I'd heard so many good things about lasers, and I thought that they were basically the gold standard. But I trusted him, this is what he does, so I went ahead with the Dermapen. Now, let me tell you, those treatments were not easy. They hurt like a lot. After each session, your face is completely red, it's swollen, it's tender for days, you can't touch it, you can't put things on it. It's tough. And I remember looking in the mirror after the first treatment and just thinking, what did I just do to myself? But of course, I stuck with it. I did 3 sessions in total, and after each one, I was super hopeful. I checked my face every day. I was looking for those changes. But the first few months, I didn't see much of a difference, really any difference at all. It was very frustrating. I'd spent all this time, all this money, and it felt like zero was happening. Then around the 6-month mark, I started to notice something. My scars were improving, a little bit by bit. And then after a few more months, they were about, I would say, 25% better. It wasn't a huge change, but to me, it was enough to give me hope. I realized that these treatments, they take time, so your skin needs months to rebuild that collagen and elastin and to heal. So I kept going. I was encouraged, right? But the truth is, not everybody can afford these professional treatments like Dermapen or laser. And although my face had improved, I wanted to find something that could help people who couldn't go to a dermatologist or a specialist and spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a treatment. So I started to look into the at-home options. Now, this is when I found Banish. I was skeptical at first because I'm a very skeptical person with everything, but especially with skincare brands because there are so many out there and a lot of them do not have real science behind them. But Banish was definitely different. They had a dermastamp, which is like a micro needling tool that you can use at home. They also had a glycolic acid mask. They had vitamin C products. All of these things are proven and backed by science and studies that they actually help with scars, with redness, with discoloration. I decided I'm gonna give it a shot, but I didn't talk about it right away, especially not to, my audience or my viewers. I wanted to make sure it was something that actually worked before I would go and recommend it to anybody. So I'd started using the Banish products, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. I gotta be real with you, there was definitely times when I wanted to give up because, again, I just didn't notice that much of a difference at first. I'd used the dermastamp, I was following up with the vitamin C serum, I was doing the glycolic acid mask, once a week. My scars were really looking kind of the same, and I was thinking, is this even working? Like, am I just wasting my time? But then I kept it going, right? I told myself to just trust the process. It's important to be patient, persevere. And then after about 2 or 3 months, I started to notice some real changes. My skin started looking brighter. It started looking smoother. The redness around my scars was fading. My texture was improving. Now, it wasn't this massive, huge transformation yet, but it was enough to keep me motivated. Then again, around that 6-month mark, I saw a major difference. My scars were definitely less noticeable. I mean, you guys can see it now. They weren't completely gone, but they were softer. They were shallower. They were losing that red color. And in total, if I had to put a number on it, I would say that my scars have probably improved by 50 to 55% since using the Banish lineup. It's way better than what I got from professional treatments, and I could finally see progress, and it felt amazing. But not everything I tried actually worked. I experimented with a lot of products during that time, and some of them just didn't do anything for me. I tried a few other brands that claimed to help with acne scars, and they either broke me out or they didn't make any difference at all. Now, outside of Banish, I would say the only product that really helped me was retinoids. It was frustrating that so many brands had basically what I call crap, but it made me appreciate Banish even more because their products actually delivered. Now that I had proof it worked, I could finally share what I'd learned. The whole journey, the setbacks, the waiting period, the small victories, the complete transformation, because when you're dealing with acne scars, you need to know what to really expect. And that is why I documented everything. How long it really takes to see results, which products actually worked, how to use them properly, what changes to expect and when. And now a lot of you guys have been asking me about the exact products I used. With Banish, what really worked for me was a combination of 3 research-backed treatments. So number 1, their dermastamp. It's called the Banisher 3.0. It stimulates collagen and elastin regrowth, which helps to even out those scars and that texturing. Number 2, the pumpkin enzyme mask with glycolic acid. This is a very gentle but effective chemical exfoliation. It literally makes your skin feel like a baby as soon as you do 1 treatment, but after a couple of treatments, you will definitely see a huge difference. And number 3 is all of their products that have vitamin C in them. So there's serum for after stamping, but also their vitamin C cream, which you can use daily as a moisturizer. This way you always have vitamin C on your face, which again is a very studied and effective ingredient for acne scars. To me, Banish is the choice for at-home treatments because it's like you're getting professional grade treatments. Everything they make is made in small weekly batches, so the ingredients are fresh and they're active when they reach to you. They haven't sat on a shelf for years like other brands and degraded. And this is why I really, really like them, is everything is done in a meticulous way. Unlike other brands, which are just like mass scaling and trying to get out as many products as possible. So if you want to try them, you can use my code. It's Brian5. It'll get you a discount. Because the truth is, achieving clear skin, whether it's getting rid of acne or scars or discoloration, it requires sacrifice. You have to be willing to put in the work, even when it's hard. You have to be patient, even when you don't see results right away. You have to be kind to yourself, even when you make mistakes. And who knows, maybe one day you will look back at this chapter of your life and you will realize how much it taught you. Maybe you're gonna notice how strong you are, how resilient you are, and how capable you are of overcoming anything. Because you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are not alone in this journey. Now, if you want to see a detailed walkthrough of how I use Banish products, the entire line, you can check out this video right here in the corner, and I will see you guys in the next one.